Hello guys, and welcome to a new tutorial, a new GTK window tutorial. Until now we saw how GTK window full screen works. As you saw, this happens because the way how this function acts, it is that it goes in the full screen on the monitor, or better say on the screen where the application it finds. So basically, if I'm run now the program right here, it will go here in the full screen. Now watch, because the application is here, once that I click, as you can see, goes full screen, goes back, and it is on the same screen. The next thing, which is also very important for you, which is good to know that you have it is another function, and the function which I'm talking about is GTK window full screen on monitor. Well, about this function, I got to admit that I'm not sure how exactly works this function, because I don't have another monitor. I will show you how you need to use it, but I have no idea about the last parameter which you needed to provide it. In this case, the last parameter, it will be the monitor, which of course you need to pass it, but me, like I said, I have no monitor to show you, so I'm just going to use 0, which defaults to my own and my only monitor which I have. So basically things are working like this. As you can see, the GTK window full screen monitor says on monitor, sorry, GTK window full screen on monitor says ask to place window in the full screen state. Note that you should not assume that the window is definitely full screen afterward. Yeah, this is the same story. You can track the full screen via window state event. So basically this is how you work with this function. After that, you call this function and says it takes 3 parameters. The first one is GTK window. The second one is a GTK screen to draft to. So this is another story which we are going to talk about it. And the last one, it is of course the monitor, which monitor goes which monitor to go to full screen on. So basically I have no other monitor, I have only this one. Anyway, probably if I'm right, if you have more desktops, you can send it to another desktop. I think this is the goal of this function, but like I said, I'm going to show you how it works, and if you find out or if you know something which I don't, then just leave a comment so that I check it as well. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to call this function, and okay, let me clean a bit here, right here. And the first one is our GTK window pointer. The second one is a GTK screen. Now here we could talk about this right now, but we have no time for this. The main thing which you need to remember is that these things which I'm doing here, getting the screen and so on, it should not be new for you, because this thing you do it all the time. If you go back into my other videos where we are working with CSS, then you will notice then we are declaring 3 pointers, and 2 of them are especially the same like here to get the screen and the display. So basically we need to get the screen, and once that we have a screen, we need to get the display of that screen. Basically this is how it's working. So we are going to declare now a GTK screen, which means I'm going to do it right here. which means that once that we have it, we can point it to a function which is called a GTK display. Sorry, GTK, not GTK. GTK display get default screen, and here, as you can see, it needs a display. Now let us check fast what's the story with this function, even if we talked already in when we are talking about CSS, but why not? No, not again. It's still not working there. Search. Okay, so how can I search? It's not working. I really need to talk to those guys. Anyway, I'm going back to home, and let me see if I can. No, I cannot use Y. Let me try Google. Okay, GTK display, and here is the function GTK display get default screen. Says get the default screen for display. I want to check something if I found it. No, I'm not. Okay, so basically you see you get not too much information, but anyway, it says get the default GTK screen for the display. Okay, so basically we need to find out the display. For this, we are going to declare GTK display, and of course a display pointer. And now we are going to say display. We are going to point it to the GTK, yes, to GTK display get default. And now if we check this function, let me drop it again in Google, because as you can see it's not working. GTK get right here, display get default, and says gets the default GTK display. This is a convenience function for GTK display manager get default display and for GTK display manager get. Returns a GTK display or null if there is no default display. So this is very important for us to know. Okay, now we declared a GTK screen, and then we declared a GTK display. We got the default display, and then we got the default screen based on the default display. And once that we have it, now we can pass it as second parameter to GTK window full screen on monitor. And the last parameter, as I said, it is the monitor. In my case, I cannot check it different from what we have, so I will have to pass only 0. Now I'm going to compile it and run it, and you will see it goes to full screen. And this is the way how it's working. I'm going to copy these things right now, and I'm going to throw them inside of the callback. And of course this function, I'm going to call it now right here instead of the GTK window full screen. Let me compile it and run it. I'm going to click on it, and as you can see, works fine and does the things we needed. But one thing which you need to remember, the things are a little bit different, because once that you call GTK window full screen, which goes on the same I need to comment these ones as well. It goes to full screen. You see it's coming back at the center, at the same position where it was. You see, this happens with GTK window full screen. But these things doesn't happen if you call GTK window full screen on monitor. As you can see, once that I click the button, it goes to full screen, and when I click it again, it goes right at the top left. So this means you need to take care yourself for bringing it back right here programmatically, and it should be fine. Anyway, like I said, please leave a comment about the way how you work with this function, because I'm not sure. I cannot test it. I mean, I already asked. Let me show you something. Onto this course.gnome.org, I already asked here. I got some answers, but I cannot test it right now, just to show you. If it's loading, of course, yes. Okay, and if you go to platform, and then you will reach my question. Where it is? Right here. How to get the last parameter? This is my question. How to get the last parameter Gint monitor for GTK window full screen on monitor? And here you can read. This is my question, and here you can read those answers. And once that you're satisfied and you find a better solution, please leave a comment, and I will try to check it myself as well, and we will know what's the story with the last parameter as well. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.